Hello, everyone. So, there is not a lot that they tell you about the concept of friendship. And on my walk, as you can see, I was walking, but I was also talking to myself. I'm not going to play you that audio. Just know that I made a few weird renditions of songs that exist. In particular, Christmas songs, and yeah, I pondered, as well as making weird renditions of songs. And a lot of that pondering was about friendship and the fact that I genuinely feel like a bad friend a majority of the time. And it is not due to my hatred for the human race. I do sometimes do not like the human race, but it stems from a place of insecurity more so than anything else. I pull back from my friends very often. I'd say, if anything, I have an anxious, avoidant attachment style in quite a lot of my relationships overall, but in my friendships in particular. And I think that stems from, being casually bullied from the age of like 5 by peers that should have stood by my side. And being a black girl in Ireland, which is a predominantly white country, and only one other black girl in my class in first class when you're about 5 or 6, and that black girl hating you to bits, but you're still trying to form a bond because she's the only other person that looks like you around, of your age and of your peers, and still being consistently rejected, and then moving schools for second class and still getting bullied by other black girls. And at this point, the white girls hop in because I was a loud child and I was very opinionated, and I didn't keep said opinions to myself. That changed very quickly within the course of the year of me first moving to that new school because of the bullying. And also, my teacher hated me in second class. She did not like my guts. Um, but I did make some friends here or there, but they were all older than me. There was no one of my age that cared for or cared to be in my vicinity in a friendly capacity. Then, come fourth class, well, get bullied in second and third. Come fourth class, I moved schools again, and there's a few more black girls around. Kind of make friends with them. Kids, your friends today, you fall out tomorrow, your friends the day after again. And that's kind of how it cycled with the black girls. They all lived in the same town, so they were a rather tightly formed clique. So then I tried to befriend the white girls, and they gathered around me as friends, and then orchestrated a fight amongst themselves that I attempted to mediate. The mediation did not work. They all scattered to different parts of the playground. And I'm telling you, this all happened in one day. They all scattered to different parts of the playground. And within 5 minutes of the fight starting and them scattering from me, they're all gathered together again in a different part of the playground without me. And these are like 7 white girls. And all I was trying to do was mediate and be nice and be like, hey, my friends are fighting. Let me see if I can do anything to help. And that was when I realized, oh, they're not my friends. And that happens kind of throughout fourth, fifth, and sixth class. Very, very clicky. Children are clicky as heck. They obviously learn the behavior from adults. I was about to say I don't know where they learn it from. It's adults. But yeah, no, kids be clicky. And then it was time for us all to go to secondary school. And I run into some of my old friends and acquaintances from my first 3 years of school in junior, senior, and infants and first class. And I actually become really close friends with two girls, Robin, Sally, actually three girls, Robin, Sally, and Neve in particular. And we become tight, like tight, tight. And all three girls are white. And I meet my first class bully again, except now she's taking lunch money from me under the expectance that, hey, we our parents are friends, i.e., our moms are friends, and I should be helping her. And she copies my homework and takes my lunch money without giving it back at any point in the 5 years. And that's kind of how secondary school goes. I avoid black girls because I have a track record of them not being the best of friends to me and bullying me. And even when they're nice for an agenda in secondary school. But I stay cordial with everyone. Um, I was voted somewhat along the lines of the person who floats amongst friends groups the most in terms of superlatives. And I really was that. I was friends with the kids in TY because we all did first to third year together. All the lads used to bully me, but for some reason it became a sort of camaraderie between me and the lads. Funnily enough, during the bullet crisis, I got a nickname that I'm not going to repeat here, but it has something to do with my Yoruba name. And that hurt a lot because it was a black guy that came up with it. Obviously, also Yoruba. Again, I have a track record of just being bullied by my fellow people of color, i.e., black people, because it's mainly Nigerians in my town. But yeah. And then I get to college, and for some reason, most of my friends are black. Slay. But then they fall out with me almost immediately because I'm a Christian and I'm vocal about the fact that I don't support certain things and that I have my values and I stand by them. And it's not like we fell out. We were still well enough acquainted that we were in the same study group. We'd get lunch together, so on and so forth. But yeah, I end up not being as close with them anymore come second year. And I become very close friends with this girl who, till this day, is really, really tight with me. Even though we've both grown up and gone different paths. And then she becomes probably the first real friend that I have ever. That, even if we don't talk for a few months, we still kind of click back almost immediately as if no time has passed. And that still happens. And I was thinking about her on my walk and the fact that I loathe that our gaps in communication tend to come from me not responding to her. And I was trying to figure out why. And then I started piecing it together that she's kind of the first black girl that I have ever trusted with parts of my life that I tend to keep close to the chest. She still shows care for me, and I don't expect that. I don't feel worthy of long term, non proximal type friendship. For most of my growing up years, my friendships were really and truly solely based on them not being black and us being in the same vicinity, i.e., we were forced together proximal wise because of school or because our parents were friends. And I realized that with this particular friend, the reason why I am so doubtful that she actually really does care about me is because she fits the exact mold and characteristics of the people that used to bully me the heaviest. And that's why I, for some reason, am putting, for some reason being my lack of trust, but I'm putting the expectations I have of others that bullied me and putting their behaviors and attributing it to her, even though she has time and time again shown me otherwise. So on this walk, I sent her a message, and all I said was, "Hi, I miss you." And that was enough. That was enough to get back in communication with her, and it made me realize that just a "hey, I miss you, how are you doing?" can mend a bridge that you thought you'd broken due to your past hurt, due to your past trauma, really, because bullying is trauma and it is traumatic. And I would like to thank God for that friend again and again and again. She really is a beacon of sunshine in my life, and I hope that you guys take from this little trek, post trek ramble, what I took from it, which is identify the people that care for you first and foremost, because really and truly not everyone does. But for those that do care about you, try and reach out. And it might take nothing more than a "hey, how are you? I miss you." So that's all I have for today. We'll be doing a trek and a talk again next week. I'm trying to get out of the house, hence the whole point of trekking. And I'm going to talk to myself regardless, so we'll trek and then we'll talk. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and I will see you all next week. Yay! Bye, everyone.